Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I don't know if you could tell by the new opening today, I am trying a different style of video. I am going to be talking a little bit on a conspiracy theory. It's a pretty popular one. It's been around for a few years, quite a few years. But one of my interests and one of the things I like to watch the most of on YouTube is conspiracies. When I find a new conspiracy theory, I watch every single video on that topic. I have to know everything there is to know about the theory from all different angles. And yes, I do watch the debunking videos. I just think conspiracy theories are really interesting. They can be kind of fun to learn about, see different people's point of views on things. It's something I read a lot about, watch a lot about, something that I'm really interested in. So I thought I would go ahead and pick one of my favorite conspiracy theories to learn about. So our first ever segment of conspiracies from around the universe deals with the Denver International Airport. So I'm going to start by listing the different theories and then getting into some of the evidence, kind of backing those up. And I will, at the end, talk about the few debunking videos I was able to find on this subject. And then at the end, it's all up to you whether you believe it or not. So I went ahead and took a bunch of notes on this subject just to make sure I didn't miss anything. The Denver International Airport opened up on February 28th, 1995. It was more than $2 billion over budget, and it was 16 months late. There are a lot of theories that go into why it cost more, why it took so much longer to build. The final cost of this airport was $4.8 billion. Why did it cost that much? Well, there's a lot of theories that go into that. The first one is that it's an underground facility for the global elite or an emergency bunker, which, if you think about it, would kind of make sense because you get all these people on all these planes and they fly into the airport and then they just go underground for whatever attack there is. And then they come back out, New World Order takes over. There are also theories that it's a FEMA concentration camp for future use. There wasn't very much information on this theory, and it's not one that I believe, but I know it's one that is discussed out there. There's a lot of talk about an airport construction worker who said that it took so long because they were building a 5 multi-story building underneath the airport. And that same worker, along with many others, said that there is an in-depth tunnel system underneath the airport, which has been said that it could be an underway railroad system. Most of the people that work at the airport that have come out and spoke to try and debunk some of these theories have said that it is just underground for how baggage gets delivered throughout the airport. They do it underground. So another really big conspiracy theory that is coming from the Denver International Airport is the Mustang Theory. Now, I have seen so many different pictures and videos and stories tagged along with this Mustang statue. It was given the nickname Blucifer because it's blue and it's got fiery red eyes. It mostly represents the 4th horseman of the apocalypse, and that is death as represented in the book of Revelations. Now, this isn't one I truly believe either. There's a lot of talk that this particular statue is cursed because when it was originally being built, part of the statue fell on the creator and ultimately led to his death. Also, it can be kind of creepy with those glowing red eyes at night. So I can definitely see why somebody would think that this has some type of connection to the apocalypse or the 4th horseman apocalypse theory. And of course, after that apocalypse were to take place, it would be the end of the world and the rise of the new order. Next up is the dedication stone. Now, there are so many pictures and theories about this particular logo / time capsule. One of the big things about this dedication stone is that it actually has the Freemason symbol located right on it. Here's that again so you can see that logo. It's located inside of the airport. It's dated March 19th, 1994, and people have put the math together, and if you add up those digits, you end up with 33, which is the highest rank you can achieve as a Freemason. So the Freemason logo goes back to at least the 18th century and probably back further to the Middle Ages. It has been around for a very long time. And the actual functions of the Freemasons is not something that anybody really actually knows about. We have the history of the Freemasons and the theories and the people that have said that they're part of it and blah, blah, blah. But we can't really be for sure, which, if you think about it, is a little freaky. There is said to be a time capsule there's a time capsule inside and that it cannot be opened until 2094. Now that date, 1994, that's 100 years later. So we might have to wait till 2094 to actually find out what's in there. So again, a little spooky that this is on there, a little weird. And another weird thing about this dedication stone is that it is literally labeled the New World Airport Commission, which I can't find anything actually on. I can't find any information about that group. So it kind of makes me wonder, you know, is it just a New World Order in disguise trying to keep us on edge, trying to keep us thinking while actually staying away from who they might actually be? There's just a lot of stuff on this dedication stone that just doesn't add up and doesn't make sense. So I guess that's why it's one of the most popular theories surrounding the Denver International Airport. All right, so one of the weirdest theories, but also something I might believe, don't know if I believe, but it's one that I have read a lot on and have watched everything I can find online about it. And that is that it is an underground base with aliens. Now, I know how this sounds because a lot of people don't think aliens are real and all that fun stuff, but I do. There's an entire universe out there, and this Earth has been here millions and billions of years longer than we have. So how are we to know? I'm a very progressive thinker, very open to things out in the universe, and I do believe in aliens. But this one, there is a story, I believe it was on the History Channel a while back, that really got me thinking, and it's about this guy who was at the Denver International Airport, and he went into the elevator to try and find a bathroom. And he pressed down, and he said he was going down for a while, and then the door opened into this big hall, and he saw a men's restroom, so he went in to use the bathroom. But what he found were human urinals that were too big for him to aim. He said that those urinals were definitely created for something that's not human, something that is a lot larger than humans. He also said when he got down to that tunnel, there was no sound and there was nobody down there. So a few months back, there was a channel named Daily Blasts that went and took a tour to try and debunk all the theories from Denver International Airport. And I did watch his video, and it was very informative. However, there was one part I just didn't buy, and that was, if that airport is hiding something, why would they take you down to the bottom floor? There are a lot of theories out there that it was built and sealed off from those elevators and there is a different way down. So who's to say that she even knows what's down there? It's said that a lot of airport personnel don't even have access to those parts of the airport. And if you think about that construction worker that said they built 5-story buildings underneath the airport, and that's why it took them so much longer to finish and why it cost so much more money, why else would those be here? If they were trying to get everybody to lay off of this once this conspiracy theory went viral, what would be the best way to do that? Give a tour of said airport and show everything and show everyone that there's nothing to hide. Unless the person giving the tour doesn't even know. Or if the person giving the tour does know, they're not going to show you what they're trying to hide. I personally think there is something down there that they're hiding. Now, whether it's aliens or a New World Order bunker or a FEMA camp, I don't know, but there is something down there, and it's just because all this evidence, it doesn't add up to the story that they give. It doesn't add up to being an underground railroad. It doesn't add up anything that they've said. Here is a supposed photo taken in the bottom of the airport. It's clearly an alien. This definitely could have been drawn there before the photo was taken though, but I just still wanted to add it because it's popular. Alrighty, and the last subject I'm going to talk about in this theory is that it's an underground base for Nazis. So this is one I definitely don't believe, but it's one of the most popular pictures found when you Google this theory. And that is the picture of the runways, which if you draw the lines just perfect enough, it looks similar to a swastika. Right? Okay. Now they did say that the reason that they built the airport in that design so that aircrafts could take off and land simultaneously in any kind of weather. Now that'd be great if they were the only airport to do it, which they're not. There's so many other airports that have that same theory, and their airports are not shaped like a giant swastika. Doesn't mean that it's true. Obviously, I can't say that this is 100% false, because I don't have any evidence. But me personally, I don't buy that one. I think it's just a little forced. There are a lot of creepy, confusing, weird murals inside of the airport, and those are done by Leo Tanguma. And I'm going to go ahead and put those up on the screen for you now. Now, there are videos out there that will go over these murals, but I think that they are super freaky. They're kind of weird to have in an airport, but I personally don't think they have anything to do with the conspiracy theories. I didn't really go into this theory that much just because if you really want to look at all the paintings and all the stuff that people have picked out and theorized from those murals, there's tons of videos on YouTube. Me personally, I think the murals were put there because of the artist's reason for painting them. This is what's going to happen to our world if we don't take care of it. I mean, the murals are definitely weird and a little odd to have in an airport, but I see where he was coming from with those. So the airport has about 33,000 employees. The location is definitely suspicious. And my biggest question is, it must have taken so many builders to build this airport. Why have none come forward? Were they given spots in these bunkers? Were they paid off? I mean, did they have to sign a, non-disclosure agreement? I mean, it's a little weird that we only have a few stories from the people that were actually there when it was built in the early 90s. So it's not like this was built in the 40s or 50s. Those people are probably still here with us. So there's got to be a reason, because they haven't even come forward to say, oh, no, there's nothing there. It's just the bottom floor, which they haven't. There's been just a few. And there are a lot of stories of there being different doors and access ways that are not accessible to airport employees. Why would that be the case? Overall, I think that the airport is suspicious. It is in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you go to your normal airport and it's in the middle of a city. And this one was built in the middle of nowhere. Why? It's just weird. And I don't buy the debunk video of going down to that bottom floor. I don't. If they want to come out with a different theory, maybe I'll give it a go. But I definitely think that there's something down there. I don't know what. It could be something that nobody has even theorized yet. I just know that it's suspicious, it's fishy, nobody wants to answer actual questions. And if they were going to give you a tour, do you really think they're going to show you what they're hiding? No, they're going to give you a tour and show you that everything is okay. So that why? So that people stop talking about it. I was born in 1993, so the chance of me being alive in 2094 to see what's actually in this time capsule, very slim, which irritates me, by the way. I swear, if I could just pay somebody $10,000 to keep my DNA, whatever, and then they finally figure out how to make us immortal, I want to be here when the world changes. I want to be here for it all. So this is one of my favorite conspiracy theories that I ever learned about, and my favorite ones are my favorites because I definitely think there's something behind them. Whether it's the theories that are out there now or it's something else, I think it's important that we talk about them, because a lot of times conspiracy theorists get called crazy and blah, 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 but how is anybody supposed to discover the world or discover something new if we just get told we're crazy? I mean, think about all the things in the world that have changed, that before they changed, people were crazy for thinking it. I mean, how else do you shut somebody up about stuff if you just call them crazy and then everybody doesn't believe them? I really don't care if I get called crazy. Conspiracy theories are out there for a reason. And sometimes when conspiracy theories come to light, you find out that there's actual facts behind them. I definitely think people should keep talking about it because I don't think we have the answer yet. And I think a lot of people want to know. That airport is, partially paid for with tax money. We should get to know what is underneath there. With that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. And make sure to hit that bell for this Friday's video. I do want to apologize. This is the first time I've ever done a video like this. So just bear with me as I do these different conspiracy videos, and I will find my flow eventually. But this is just something new I wanted to try. It's one of my favorite topics to research and read and watch about. I love conspiracy theories. I'm not Shane Dawson, and I'm not going to sit here and do my makeup while I talk about conspiracy theories. That's not me. I'm just going to get on here and just talk because I want to. Alrighty, with that, until next time, stay wild.